What's up, everyone? My name is Catherine Powell, and today I'll be sharing with you 10 of my favorite things that I got to make this year. Not because they are any sort of technical masterpiece, because they're really not, and more because I had so much fun in the process of making these pieces. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes look around what went into making them, and if you watch to the end, I'll share with you my all-time favorite thing that I got to make this year that has been a complete game changer on my creative practice. So let's begin. So what I really love about this first piece that I made is that when I look at it, it just, it gets me so excited because it just feels like me, hence the name Coming Home. I look at this and I just feel like it automatically aligns me back to my center, my core, my essence, who I am. And that's a really powerful feeling. In terms of how I made this piece, it was actually a combination of 5 images that were in my collection of saved images that I really loved, that I was resonating with at the time. And then I just printed them out and remixed them together. So there was no magazines involved in this one. It was literally just looking through Pinterest and pulling out artists and images that really felt aligned and working with that. And then the final thing I'll say about this piece is the gold leafing. So gold leafing is something that I actually had never ever played around with ever until a few months ago. And it's basically shown up in some way, shape, or form in a lot of my pieces recently. And I just love when there are those threads and through lines that start to emerge. I'm not going to sit here and pontificate on all the things that could mean, but it just adds a little bit of a sparkle and just something cool that I love to observe in my pieces over time. So in this piece, I really love how simple it is. It's basically 2 magazine pages combined together. So the first one obviously is the tree. I was really resonating with the grandiose, grounded nature of this tree. And the second image was actually an image of water. And I was just playing around when I was cutting, and I stumbled across this new technique, just cutting around and then layering them together. And the juxtaposition of the different vibes is something that I really liked and love how simple it is. This piece sums up how I was feeling when I was making it. It was a very chaotic day. All I wanted to do was to be this chick sitting in stillness and meditating and just exuding calm Zen vibes. And so I remember I found that picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I want. And all this fiery texture nature was actually what was happening around me. And so there was something quite powerful in creating this, where after I finished making it, I looked at it, I was like, yes, I feel so seen by this piece. And the other bit I really liked about this was how it was made. I barely used scissors for this piece. I actually was ripping out the pieces and just gluing them as they came along in their ripped form. And so there's something quite beautiful when you allow in the imperfection of these ripped edges, so that it doesn't feel like such a clean cut. I was even feeling that raging energy in me, and there's something so satisfying about ripping things out that made me really happy. If you feel inspired to start your own collage practice, I highly recommend downloading my free curated collage pack. There's 25 images in it that I've hand selected that I really love that can jumpstart your making. Okay, so this was my first ever cyanotype. I was at a photography retreat earlier this year, and the teacher taught us this beautiful technique that I have seen a lot, but I've never done myself. What I actually really love about this piece is the content itself. So this is a picture of me not smiling. So if you know me, most of my pictures that are taken of me are showing teeth. So it was powerful for me to have my photo taken, for it not to be smiling, and then for me to kind of want to work with this non-smiling part of myself. And in terms of the process, it was really fun. I'm not going to go into a whole cyanotype tutorial here, but basically it was taking a photo and then printing out the reverse of that photo. So using Photoshop to get the reverse of that image, putting on the Cyanotype liquid on this piece of paper, taking this reverse photo, layering on top, and then exposing it all in the sun to create this beauty. So this next piece I called the Ooey Gooey, because when I look at it, I'm just like, ooh, it just feels like this melting lava feel to it. What I love about this piece is the process itself. If you haven't picked up on it already, I love the process more than an outcome. So I remember cutting out a texture from a National Geographic magazine I really liked. I glued it down, and then I took some oil pastels and coloring around it. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And then I glued another piece down, colored around it, and then all of a sudden, this whole form emerged. And so it was a very organic process. Sometimes I'm making pieces where I'm cutting things out and arranging before I'm gluing, whereas this was taking a step and having conviction to just glue it down or put the markings down and then see how it all wanted to unfold naturally. And that's process I always find way more fun because you just have to let go, and there isn't this planning and scheming. There's a lot more intuitive movement in it. All right, so this is Joy. I made her using an X-Acto knife and cut paper. So this was one sheet of black paper, and then I cut this tracing out of white paper. So I found an image of a portrait that I was really resonating with, traced it, and then took that tracing paper and was marking some guiding lines and just playing with cutting out some of the negative reverse spaces and arranging them in a way which I had never done before. So it's kind of a fun new technique. What I most love about this though is just the journey of working with a photo that is embodying a quality that I'm really wanting. So I think when I made this, I was wanting to lean a little bit more into the joy part of myself. And so finding this image of such a joyful person and working with it and spending hours just kind of cutting it out, it kind of just like starts to infuse in me. And that is something that you'll see. I'm about to show you another portrait that I really love to do. And that's the power of a lot of art making, is just having that embodiment in yourself. So you might notice in this piece that it's not done. Ta-da! And I still love it. Actually, this piece has been on my phone screensaver for, I don't know, 6 months now. So this piece I made, the prompt was to pick qualities that tend to be on opposite polarities and to infuse both of those qualities into a piece. So the qualities I chose to work with were gentleness and boldness. And I loved having the juxtaposition of these energies in the same piece. I feel like it adds richness, it adds depth. There was a strong resonance for me with the bits, even though it's not finished. And that's another beautiful lesson. You don't need to finish a piece for its medicine to really seep into you. And I really felt and got that from this piece. So this was super fun. It's basically the first time I ever made a cut paper doll. So this is Rufus. As you can see here, he's actually a bit 3D or cut out and then glued onto this back sheet of paper. So I was in an art class and we were collectively drawing bodies and shapes and had to cut them out and pick one that we were vibing with and then dress him as if I was like dressing an American Girl doll or something. But it was super fun. I had never really done this before, and it's so easy, and seeing everyone else's creations on what fun paper dolls they made, just seeing the creativity come out in everyone. This was one of my favorites, and who knew that Rufus wanted to come out. This was the piece that I made in preparation for a course that I taught earlier this year called Collage Alchemy. By the way, if you're interested in this type of intuitive art making and want to hear when I'm doing future workshops and offerings, feel free to sign up for my email list below. What I love the most about this piece is that it really captures the essence of what intuitive collage making does for me. So there's something about the hands that kind of represents earth and source, and this woman really connecting to that place, connecting with herself, connecting with what wants to be expressed and come through. To me, it's this whole pinky, bluey, yellowy area represents like all the inspiration and the creative flow that comes through. And so I probably made this piece, I don't know, in 20 minutes. It was one of those quick ones where I was like, yes, 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 yes. It's been a very powerful image for me this year. And drum roll please for my #1 favorite thing that I made this year was actually a collage journal. So I know this isn't technically one thing, it's a series of many things, but I really, really love doing this. Most of the pieces in here were made with 2 or 3 torn magazine pages and made under 5 or 10 minutes. So it's not a lot of time. And the fact that like it's in this journal format too makes it less precious. And so it takes that pressure off if you have like formal sheet of paper and are making this one thing, and then maybe the perfectionist part of you wants to get it perfect. There's something about just having it in this journal space that just makes it a little bit more easy peasy and just turns down the volume to whatever inner critic that might be happening in your brain. For most of these, I put the dates, I put a title, you can get a snapshot of what vibe was going on in my world during that time. For instance, on this day, I remember this quote, or I rearranged some words to form this quote. I was actually contemplating a big house purchasing decision, and making this just gave me a little bit more courage to just lean into it. So it's fun to just look back and see what I've made. Ooh yeah, snake vibes this day. Crushing on creativity, always. And just having this short practice puts me in this headspace of possibility, of joy in my opportunities and ideas place. It's just like an instant mood boost shot, we'll put it that way. It's great. If you are looking to start a collage practice and want to do something easy, would definitely recommend just getting a collage journal. You can just get something like, this is like a Fabriano A5 journal that I just found at a craft shop. Any sort of journal will work. All right, so those are 10 of my favorite things that I got to make this year. If you enjoyed this video and want more glimpses into my creative life, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.